my whole life growing up was to play Division I football, to get a shot at winning the Heisman Trophy, all that. And I was obsessive. I mean, I threw 500 footballs a day. I went to 4 quarterback clinics this summer. Luckily, I was a really good lacrosse player too, so I got recruited to go to play lacrosse at Penn State, where I figured I'd walk on the football team. Now, fortunately for me, the freshman quarterback was Kerry Collins. So I quit on that dream. And as a result, I went right to the bottom of a bottle of Jack Daniels and was battling with drugs. And I was an art major and with a minor in poetry. So who do I begin to gravitate towards? Jim Morrison, Hunter Thompson, Charles Bukowski, Jackson Pollock.
Tortured artists.
Tortured artists. I learned how to hunt, or gone hunting once or twice while I was up there with some friends, so I had bought a shotgun. So I'm staring at this shotgun in my room, and I'm like, what? Well, why wouldn't I?
I've noticed that when people are joking, they're usually dead serious. And when they're dead serious, it's usually pretty funny.
So I went to a laundromat off campus, and I always used to bring a sketch paper, and I had nothing. I had nothing to draw, nothing to write. I was empty. And so it was in that moment that God showed up and said, you got to change your life. You got to do it right now. My freshman year, my next door neighbor in my freshman dorm gave me a book about Vietnam SEALs. And I read it cover to cover, and I was blown away. So I made the decision right then and there. I was going to drop out of Penn State, drive home, enlist in the Navy to become a Navy SEAL, period.
Wake up!
So I showed up in November '95 with class 205, a bunch of guys that had come from boot camp. We were all under this Corpsman Die Fair program, and we're boys really, but we're making a man's decision to become a warrior. And it was in hell, 55, 60 hours into sleep deprivation. You can't feel your feet, your hands are swollen, your hip flexors feel like you have daggers sticking in them. And then, all you can think about is wanting to quit and just end the torture, the misery, and the pain. And looking next to you, to your right and your left, to my boat crew, and looking at this kid from Butte, Montana, with this huge smile on his face, being like,
Let's go, Rod.
and then looking over here at this beautiful Southern guy and just hard as nails, and he's like,
Come on, Rod.
you're surrounded by these people who are emotionally, cognitively, spiritually invested to make it through, not for themselves, but to push you through. And that was the first moment I was like, wow, this could be a home. I had become very hollow over there. I don't know why. I had tremendous fears. I had this really profound fear of getting blown up. Afghanistan had 25 million landmines. We were driving around in dune buggies. I wasn't afraid of getting sniped or getting in a gun battle or anything like that. I was afraid to get blown up, and it was this massive emotional hurdle for me. Because of my pathway as a medic, I was always like 1 or 2 steps behind my peer group, who were joining platoons, deploying overseas, going to sniper school, they were going to comm school, they're going to free fall. And meanwhile, I'm kind of just always dragging some aspect. Man, I struggled. And I also really struggled with, the culture of the team. I had to get in the most trouble. I had to be the most confrontation, get in the most fights. I had to party the hardest. And so I caved in again. And it was really this guy, Bruce Cunningham, who pulls me out of this abyss and said,
Listen, here's the deal. I'm going to send you to captain's mast unless you shape up.
I'm like, whoa. It also made me really dive into my own mortality, right? To look at this thing that had plagued me since I was 13, 14 years old, which was I was afraid of death.